We've made it to Wednesday night. It's the semifinals here in the Jersey Shore Basketball League, and we start off with what should be a fantastic first semifinal matchup. Top seed County Line Auto Body, 8-0 on the year, including their quarterfinal victory over OIB Ortho, taking on the 4 seed ACI Robins Nest, the defending champion. Alec Cradhimmel here with Dan Yuzerski to help bring you through the action. Dan, we were talking about this game a lot off air, and I think in our predictions, this has been the closest game yet in terms of the margin of victory in terms of our predictions.
Well, yeah, it was, and because I think it's mostly because these two teams might be the most evenly matched squads in the entire JSBL. I mean, you have the great guards with Jones, and then you have Treadwell, and then it's the best big matchup potentially. The second best big matchup in the league, because anyone who's playing Josh Cohen is the best big matchup in the league. But Jared Kimbrough is an all-team first JSBLer, and Marcus Kennedy is an all-team JSBLer first team. The interesting thing about tonight is it doesn't look like County Line is going to have their full stable of guys off the rip. So if I'm ACI Robins Nest, I know they've been at times a slower starting team throughout some of these games. I would put full pedal to the metal right away. Try to build up as big as a lead as you can before some of these County Line guys show up.
I'll get you your starting lineups here first for ACI Robins Nest. They're considered the visitor in this game, although obviously all the games are played here in Manasquan. At the guard spot, Dwayne Jones, the floor general. At the other guard spot, Samir Kinsler at the wing. Jagan Mosley back for the semifinal round, along with Ibn Loyal in the front court. And the man in the middle, as always, is Jared Kimbrough. For County Line Auto Body, the starting 5 in the backcourt. Looks like it's Ahmad Biggins and Dan O'Neill getting the start, as well as Ja'Kai Simmons out there on the wing with Josh Treadwell also in the backcourt. And then Dan O'Neill Jr. as one of the starting forwards. So no Marcus Kennedy yet. I can attest traffic has been horrible today. It took me nearly 2 hours to get here. It usually takes around hour 25 or so. So maybe, I don't know if County Line's expecting some of the reinforcements to get here as the game goes along, but like you mentioned, at the very least, ACI Robins Nest is going to have the advantage in terms of having most of their guys to at least start this game.
And the other thing, you look at this center court right now. County Line is trying their hardest to stall as much time as possible. ACI is like, hey, we're all here. We're ready to go. We have the advantage over you, and yet County Line's like, no, you guys are going to have to wait a little bit longer.
So we'll see. It looks like they're going to break the huddle and get this game underway.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, it's 7:18. So, yeah, let's get this show on the road for people such as myself who may not live very close to Manasquan High School.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a packed gym. I don't know if, Nick, if you want to pan around the crowd. It's definitely the best attended night we've had so far this year.
Yeah.
Maybe the best attended night, at least for the first game, in recent memory.
And that, you knew, I saw like a bunch of geriatric people here before walking into the gym. And they were talking about the old JSBL stories, so this game has a lot of people buzzing.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the second game will as well, and whereas we continue to wait. I mean, what is going on here?
I don't really know why we're still waiting, yeah. The second game is going to be a real good one as well. The 2-seed Stearns Trailer taking on the 3-seed Seaview Jeep. Not really sure what the delay is. The buzzer had sounded many minutes ago.
We're not getting out of here till 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that would be an unfortunate development. All right, it looks like we're finally ready to go.
Cooler heads have prevailed. I mean, the other thing is, you also get Leon Daniels back tonight, wearing that number 4. That's a big get back for them. I know he had gotten suspended.
Yeah, he was ejected in the regular season finale against Larson Ford. And it looks like we're about ready to go. It'll be Kimbrough and Simmons, the 2 high flyers on each side.
Well, it isn't a Gary game without a controversy at center court, and we've got one already, and the game hasn't even started yet.
The ball is up. We're underway. It's won by ACI Robins Nest. They'll start with it as Kinsler gives to Dwayne Jones.
A lot of offense for ACI is very deliberate. We'll see how they play early on, looking to get some of those shots up, looking to early ball movement.
Swing over to Loyal. He knocks down the left wing triple. He can heat up with the best of them from beyond the arc. He gets started early with a 3-pointer.
And that a testament to ACI's ball handling. Dwayne Jones touched it one time that possession. They were able to get it in a clean look.
Here's Daniels the other way. That one too strong. A long rebound goes out to Loyal, and he gets it to Jones. Looking to start in transition. Here's Kimbrough. Leaves for Samir Kinsler in the corner. His 3 is too strong. Jagan Mosley taps out the rebound to Ibn Loyal, and a mistake there for Loyal as he was.
That is terrible. That's just a flat-out bad call. Loyal was clearly across the back. He was across the line.
I think the thing was he needs to establish himself.
He was established.
I think his foot was still coming over. But either way, so it's a turnover.
I think the other thing for County Line in this game is you have to have a lead going into closing possessions because you're going to have to face, as I like to call it, the wall, the other side of the court, the Neptune side. All those Neptune fans that grew up friends with Jagan, Amari, Dwayne, Jared, they're going to be a problem in that second half. You have to establish a lead early and get it going. This is a good defensive play by Kinsler. You don't want to be having to force shots and have them breathing down your neck, per se.
So after the block by Kinsler, it'll be a baseline inbound for County Line Auto Body. There was a foul on ACI in the previous possession, first on the team, first of the game. Here's Josh Treadwell backing down Dwayne Jones, double team shading over, kicks out to Leon Daniels, a long three, won't go, and skying up high for the rebound is Kimbrough.
Kinsler, Biggins being the shortest guy on the floor and taking on Jared Kimbrough is a mismatch, but he almost got up there with him.
Here's Kinsler, he'll rise from three, and he knocks it down. That's 2 threes for ACI Robins Nest to start this game. They're up 6-0 in the opening 90 seconds. Here's Treadwell, slowing things down the other way for County Line Auto Body. Into the lane, goes up, and can't get that one to fall. Mosley with the rebound through some traffic.
Good start for ACI. They're getting their shots early. That's what they do. They're so good offense as they turn it over here. They're so good at being deliberate, but if they need to pick up the pace, they've shown that they can do that. And County Line's got to find an answer for their perimeter shooting game, or it's going to be a long night.
They have the advantage on the bench as well. 4 against none. Here's Ja'Kai Simmons. County Line trailing by a touchdown in the opening minutes. As Simmons loses control of it, picked up by Jones. 3-on-2 break. Up to Kinsler. Lefty layup won't go. Jones right there for the follow. And it's an 8-0 run to start out for ACI Robins Nest.
Great job by Jones there just to beat the second guy. Kinsler misses the first, but Jones in the right positioning at the right time.
Treadwell with the fall away, in and out. It rattles out a lid on the rim right now for County Line Auto Body, the regular season champions. Here's Dwayne Jones. Kicks across to Kinsler, now an entry pass to Ibn Loyal. He's got Biggins on him, a size mismatch. Gets doubled, he'll just go right up with it. Tough finish through contact, won't fall. And Simmons hauls in the rebound. Here's Josh Treadwell. Loses control of it, they're gonna get a foul, looks like on Dwayne Jones. Yes, it will.
If you're County Line, you have to just find a way to weather the storm. He's been punched in the mouth early on in this contest, and you just have to find a way to keep it going, find your footing, and get yourself back into this game. It's 8-0, but 8 points could go away in that.
Here's Biggins off the inbound, drives and kicks to Dan O'Neal Jr. His corner three is down, and County Line Auto Body is on the board.
How many people had Dan O'Neal making the first shot of the game for County Line? His dad played in the JSPL, won a championship, and he's trying to do that same tonight.
Oh, Daniels comes up with a big block on Kimbrough in transition. Simmons with a three, pulls up, can't knock it down. Loyal with the board, and it looks like Marcus Kennedy has just walked into the building for County Line.
It's a huge get.
Kick out for Kinsler. His three won't fall. Rebound, and we get a foul away from the ball. It looks like they will get. They are actually going to get Kimbrough. I thought they would give County Line the foul on that.
I did too, but it looks like ACI is just being a little bit careless with their fouls right now. It's already 3 in 3 minutes.
3 team fouls, 1 on each player. Here's Ahmad Biggins, the point guard. Gives over to Daniels. Daniels, one of the top scoring options on this team. Pulls up from the free throw line and drains it.
I mean, that's what Daniels can do. I mean, that's great defense by Mosley. Gets the hand in the face perfectly contested, but Daniels with better offense.
Here's Mosley trying to respond on the opposite end. Kicks out around the horn to Jones in the corner. Now he'll slow it down. 6.5 to play. It's 8-5, ACI Robins Nest.
And a good response by County Line, and they make a good defensive play here.
Here we go the other way with Daniels. Daniels kicks out to Biggins in the corner with Mosley on him. Now fires to O'Neal. Fakes on the three and tried to kick out to Daniels, but right in the hands of Ibn Loyal. 2-on-2 break. Kinsler through contact. Gets it to fall.
And that's what they've done all year, turning defense into offense. And when you throw a ball into the passing lane, they can intercept it just like that and go the other way.
Treadwell, another shot goes in and out, and it looks like Dan O'Neal Sr. is suiting up as well for County Line Auto Body. Kimbrough left open from three, can't punish the defense.
They're using their playoff exception on Dan O'Neal Sr.
Did not think I'd see the day. As a junior can't knock down three in the corner. Break once again for Jones, accelerating. Kicks to Loyal, trying to go up with a dunk. He missed it. Rebound off the hands of Kimbrough. Now an opposite break here for County Line. Simmons goes with the reverse. He got the English.
I mean, that is crazy from Ja'Kai Simmons that he was able to contort his body to get that to go. The long arms of Simmons allow him to be able to make moves that are completely acrobatic.
Here's Kinsler in the corner. Got some room. Lofts from three. Got it again.
They're going to have to contain him because if he gets those open looks on the perimeter, he's going to be a problem all night long.
It's 13-7, nearing the midway point of the first quarter. Treadwell draws a second foul on Dwayne Jones. Again, a crafty mover with the ball.
He's such a crafty veteran in how he plays. And once again, you show it there where he's just able to initiate contact with Dwayne. And you're so afraid that he's going to hit that little fadeaway jump shot that you overcommit, and that's where you draw the foul.
So Treadwell knocks down the first free throw. 5:04 to play, 13-8, and again, that's 2 fouls on Dwayne Jones, the point guard for ACI Robbins Nest. He's staying in the game. No substitutions yet for the Nest. They have Amari Jones, Tyreek Montgomery, Jared White, and Micah Kerr available off the bench.
They have their full rotation tonight, and it makes them even harder to beat because of that.
So Kinsler will bring the ball up on this possession. Biggins comes over to guard him. Past the midway point of the first quarter. Screen from Kimbrough. Kinsler will step back. ISO, fall away two is no good. Left it short. Biggins flies in for the rebound.
I can't believe they haven't gotten a ball away from a loose ball foul on County Line yet, because there's been about 3 on Kimbrough.
They've been very physical, trying to contain one of the league's best rebounders. Here's Daniels in the isolation. 10 to shoot. Double team shifts over. Gives to Treadwell. Steps back for a 3. That one around the rim and out. Bouncing rebound goes to Kimbrough. Feels like all of Treadwell's shots have just bounced in and out.
Yeah, he's put up some good looks tonight. He just hasn't gotten lucky.
Here's Kimbrough. Has O'Neal on him. Will he'll fall away from 2, and he gets the soft touch on the roll.
And you got to give credit to Kimbrough, because you know it's been a tough first 6 minutes or so for him. They've hacked him. They've whacked him. Yet he's kept his composure. And we have a timeout.
Timeout called by County Line Auto Body. 4:07 to play in the first quarter of this semifinal matchup. The 4-seed ACI Robbins Nest, the defending champion, up by 6 in the opening goings here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break on the other side. Final 4 minutes of the first on the JSBL Network. We're back here in Manasquan, a 15-9 lead for ACI Robbins Nest at the media timeout. County Line with the ball now. Here's Ja'Kai Simmons working on Ibn Loyal.
Oh,
He'll step back, long 3, too strong. O'Neal taps out the rebound, way out to Simmons. Another chance here. Treadwell in the lane, he'll retreat. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Starters still in the game for both sides. Here's Treadwell creating space, fall away 2. That one won't go. The rebound goes right to Leon Daniels. He puts it up and in.
You can't continue to give County Line those kinds of chances, because the more chances you give them, the more likely it is they'll make you pay.
We'll get a foul on the drive from Kinsler. They'll get Biggins.
And that first defensive possession by Loyal is perfect. He does everything right. He forces Simmons into a bad shot. And credit to Dan O'Neal Jr. to get up there, get the rebound, and create another possession for his team.
So Kimbrough will inbound from the sideline. Or maybe not. We have a media timeout. I thought the called timeout would be the media, but I guess I was wrong. All right.
What?
So we went
Gary
to
ball.
immediate. We went to immediate time. Well, that was on the scorer's table motion for that at first. So we'll use the media. We already kind of used the media timeout here. We'll talk about the opening minutes of this game. It's 15-11. We'll take a look at the stats so far. Samir Kinsler has been the guy to watch. 8 points on 2 3-pointers for ACI Robbins Nest, and the scoring so far for County Line has been balanced. 3 for Dan O'Neill Jr. and then 2 apiece for Treadwell, Simmons, and Daniels. So what have you seen from these teams so far in the opening minutes of this first quarter?
Well, I think defensively both teams have played well, and I think we expect that these are the 2 best defensive teams in the league. If you look at it as a whole, I mean, ACI Robbins, that's defensively that you saw. Their defense is their calling card on why they won a championship last year. And County Line is going to play physical team defense. The one thing that I find interesting so far is if you look at the stat sheet, Jagan Mosley's yet to take a shot tonight. And he at times can be their best shot-making guard. I'm expecting that to change, but if I'm ACI, I'm looking to find some more open looks for Jagan.
So here's Jones up the inbound. Looks like Charles Funchess has arrived as well. Another front court body for County Line. Jones off a screen. Pocket pass to Kimbrough. Fires one up. Got fouled. It just rims out. But Kimbrough will head to the foul line for the first time tonight.
He's got to feel pretty good about that. We'll see who the foul's on.
They'll get Marcus Kennedy. So
he just checked in.
Yeah, 4 seconds ago. So 4 seconds and a foul for Marcus Kennedy. Kimbrough at the line for 2. Knocks down the first.
And if you're Kimbrough, you haven't drawn a foul on anyone. If there's one person you would have liked to have drawn a foul on, that's the guy right there.
And as Kimbrough was getting ready to shoot the shot, Jared White was about to check in. He will sub in for Kimbrough, says the scorer's table. So Kimbrough will get to shoot this free throw.
So he's got one more. Got it.
So 2 free throws good for Kimbrough. Jared White will check in at the next dead ball for his first action. Here's Biggins the other way. Finds Kennedy, just checked into the game. His first offense possession. High screen for Daniels. Gets the switch. They switch back. Now Kennedy in the post, 11 to shoot. Working on Kimbrough. He'll just fall away from the foul line, leaves it short. Jones flies in for the rebound. Now he's starting to speed up. Jones into the lane. Lefty scoop is good. He is unstoppable when he gets to that left hand in the lane.
He's got that Brunson action in him with that scoop layup. He's just so good at finding angles, and anytime he's confident with that scoop layup, he's going to get it.
Here's Treadwell, backing down Mosley into the lane. Misses that one again. Jones with a one-on-one with Biggins. He'll just take it himself, and it's a quick 6-0 run for ACI Robbins Nest. They're up by double digits.
And it's, again, defensively, their defense has set the tone for them tonight, and it's leading to good offensive looks.
Here's Kennedy in the post against Kimbrough on the right block. Double team comes over. Now a skip pass to Biggins. A corner 3, they need it. Couldn't get it. It was halfway down and out.
It's a big possession here.
Rebound, kicks out. Kinsler looking for his third 3. Can't get the trifecta, but Mosley muscles away the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball with Biggins and Mosley.
Well, we talked about maybe them needing a little bit more from Mosley offensively. I didn't think it would be him making an impact defensively. Again, makes a great defensive play, and it leads to Jones being able to get the easy take transition layup.
So first sub of the game for ACI Robbins Nest. It'll be Tyreek Montgomery with his first game action. He replaced Samir Kinsler.
Jared White's still laying at the scorer's table, by the way.
I think he might be coming in for Mosley as the jump ball goes out of bounds. Mosley with the height advantage, he tapped it out, and that will in fact be the substitution. Jared White will come in for the first time. He replaces Jagan Mosley.
You'd have to feel pretty good if you were County Line, considering you were forced in about 6.5 non-Marcus Kennedy minutes. But it's then coincided with a 6-0 run for ACI Robbins Nest that has made it this a little bit of a tough one. And like I said, you want to be ahead when you're going on that side because it's going to spin on you fast.
So foul on Tyreek Montgomery after checking into the game. That will put County Line Auto Body in the bonus with the 5 team fouls. Ahmad Biggins knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, it's the other thing you're kind of hoping if you're County Line, get some of these guys on ACI Robbins in foul trouble. I mean, Jones sitting out there with those 2 fouls, but.
As the second one around the rim, it goes down. They switched up the matchup as well. Jones no longer on Treadwell. He's been on Daniels these last couple of possessions.
And that's the other thing that they can do so well. They can guard anyone 1 through 5 and make it difficult on them.
Jones off a screen, kicks out to Jared White. White with 10, gives to Kimbrough in the post with Daniels on him. He's got the size advantage. Double team comes over, around the horn. Loyal now with it. Got to put one up with 2 on the shot clock. The floater won't go. He gets his own rebound. Second opportunity. He draws the second foul on Marcus Kennedy.
That was a good defensive possession because you prevented Tyreek Montgomery from getting the open look from the corner. But credit to Ivan Loyal and his offensive determination there. Didn't get that first one to go, but he wasn't going to be denied on that possession.
So just 2 minutes of action for Marcus Kennedy and 2 personal fouls. They do have Charles Funches now in the building, so if the foul trouble continues, they do have some insurance there as Loyal misses the first.
You said that's 2 on Kennedy?
Yes. So first in the last 2 minutes on County Line Auto Body.
Maybe
Next, we'll put ACI at the line.
Sorry to cut you off. Maybe it's a blessing that he wasn't here those first 6:30.
Second one is good.
2 fouls and a little over 2 minutes of game action is not ideal for County Line.
Here's Ja'Kai Simmons into the lane. Kicks out to Leon Daniels. Backing down Montgomery. Montgomery with good defense and better offense as Daniels gets the bank shot to fall on the floater.
That's just excellent defense there.
22-15, 90 seconds to play. Kimbrough top of the key.
But just even better offense from County Line.
Jones around a Kimbrough screen. Fall away, 2-pointer is off the mark. Kennedy with the rebound.
County Line's gotten a stop here. They can cut into this lead a little bit more now.
Kennedy fakes a 2, kicks out for Simmons. Step back 3, didn't take it. Great closeout by White. Here's Treadwell, 10 to shoot. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Treadwell putting on the moves and gets stonewalled with a double team. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be ACI possession. I'll tell you what, it's hard to stay in front of Josh Treadwell, but Jared White did that.
I feel like just defensively they've made play after play in this quarter, and County Line's lucky they're not down by more.
Here is Jones with Daniels on him. Drives into the lane and draws a foul on Leon Daniels, and Dwayne Jones will head to the free throw line.
Is that 2 on Daniels?
Let's see.
I don't think so. We'll hear what Dave has to say. That's another guy now on the bench for ACI Robin's Nest.
I believe that's Marquel Hardiman as Jones misses the first. Only the first on Daniels. I have a cowbell in the building again, but Jones knocks down the second free throw. He splits a pair. It's an 8-point lead with 47 seconds left.
Yeah, I might have to go the rest of this game with one ear off my headset open. It's gonna get chippy.
It is. Here's Biggins around 2 screens, creating space. Can't knock down the 3. Kimbrough with the board.
That's one that you'd had to have there. You get Biggins with an open look for 3, and he just couldn't hit.
Kimbrough with a step back the other way. That one's short off a good closeout by Kennedy. Simmons got his pocket picked by Montgomery, and now a 3-on-1 break. Here's Jared White with a 2-hand flush. It's back to a double-digit lead. ACI Robin's Nest starting to up the ante on defense. Here's Biggins with a push shot. That one's too strong. Tough rebound by Kennedy. Shot clock is off. Kennedy draws a foul on Jared Kimbrough.
And again, back to that previous play. I mean, that's great by Kennedy to being able to draw the contact. But again, ACI Robin's Nest has put County Line in jail. They put County Line in county jail, per se. Just defensively, rotating perfectly. They're getting into passing lanes. They're making it tough just to dribble the ball because they're getting up and being able to pickpocket. And County Line's got to figure out a way to more effectively move the ball. They have to get Daniels more involved because they're struggling right now to just generate anything offensively.
Second free throw for Kennedy is good. So 2 shots for Marcus Kennedy, 5.3 on the clock. Here's Jones sprinting down, kicks out to Loyal. A second left, got to put one up at the horn. He got it! Ibn Loyal, ACI Robin's Nest on fire. It's 28-17 after a quarter of play.
That is just... This team has a flair for the dramatic, Alec.
What a run for ACI Robin's Nest, the 4 seed. And for the second game in a row, the 1 seed County Line Auto Body feeling a little bit on the ropes after a quarter of play. It's 28-17. We'll take a quick break. Second quarter coming up on the JSBL Network. Alec Krat-Himmel, Dan Usurski back with you here on the JSBL Network. ACI Robins Nest, the 4 seed and the defending champion, with a 28-7 lead over the top seed and undefeated County Line Auto Body. After a quarter play, punctuated by an Ibn Loyal buzzer-beating 3 from the top of the key. Stat leader so far in this one, 8 points for Samir Kinsler, 7 apiece for Dwayne Jones and Ibn Loyal after a quarter of play. And for County Line Auto Body, Leon Daniels with 6 points to lead the way. We're back underway here to start the second quarter. Here's Daniels to bring it up. Hands off to Simmons.
The big thing, though, Alec, is Treadwell 0 for 6 and Biggins 0 for 4. If they want to come back and win this game, they have to have their best players play like it.
Sweet feed from Kennedy down low to Daniels, but he was rejected by Ibn Loyal.
And again, that's just a great defense by ACI Robins as they switch so well and they're so athletic. It's giving them challenges.
Here is Kennedy down low working on Micah Kerr, who checked into the game for the first time. Draws a foul. Are they going to give him the continuation? We'll see.
Well, I mean, it didn't go in. I don't know how it didn't go in, but.
Yeah. Around and out twice. They'll call it on the floor. So first foul of the quarter on ACI Robins Nest. First on Micah Kerr in the game.
By the way, I can't believe Luke DeVito's over there in the corner with the ACI Robins Nest crowd in a Protect the Nest shirt.
That's pretty funny. I did not expect that. DeVito and Larson Ford this year.
I mean, he's got to root for a winning team somehow. Larson's not doing it.
Inbound to Kennedy, right back to Treadwell. High screen from Kennedy. Good defense by Jared White, still in the game. Over to Kennedy, back to Treadwell, the 2-man game with 5 to shoot. Treadwell into the lane, kicks out to Simmons, has to put one up. Runner in the corner won't go. As Kennedy gets the rebound, they're going to call an off-the-ball foul on the rebound. And yeah, that's 3 on Marcus Kennedy. So Ahmad Biggins will come back into the game. Charles Funchess will now be the big man, and you can hear the 6th man really giving it to the big man for County Line.
And again, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, there's no and ifs or buts about it. He clearly pushed off, and they're gonna call it every time.
He discarded Micah Kerr on the rebound attempt. Here's Jones. Jared Kimbrell will start the quarter on the bench. Kerr on the floor. Around the horn, Montgomery to White. Drives baseline, leaves for Kerr. Floater is up and good, and great ball movement by ACI Robins Nest to get another bucket, and the lead is now 13.
And the big depth that they have, that they're able to, when they do spell Kimbrough, is really impressive.
Here's Daniels on a backdoor cut, rejected by Jones, but Daniels gets the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Even then, nothing has come easy offensively in the first 11 or so minutes of this game for County Line. Even when they do get a shot, it's off a rebound.
Loyal pulling up from 3. That one rattled around the rim and out. Long pass ahead up to Daniels. Thought about a 3 in the corner. Instead, he'll give to Funchess on the block. Guarded by Micah Kerr. And they're going to get Kerr on 2 quick fouls. He reached in there. A little bit too aggressive on defense for ACI, and that's 2 fouls now on Micah Kerr. So we'll see how the big man lineup goes. Again, they do have Marquel Hardiman available off the bench, as well as another forward available. We'll get a whistle. They were resetting the shot clock, I should say. The shot clock did not properly reset to 12. Or 21, I should say, actually. So inbound back to Biggins. Over to Daniels. Isolating on Montgomery. Driving in, Euro step, bounce pass to Funchess. He's on the block, loses control of it. Ball on the ground. Funchess somehow gets it back. 7 to shoot now, and he gets his pocket picked by White. 3-on-2 break and a foul on Josh Treadwell.
And that's just a bad foul on Treadwell. I mean, but again, there's a bunch of people in this arena right now wearing Protect the Nest shirts. I kind of want one of them. They look really nice.
But they do look nice. There's a guy, the mop guy, walking past right now with the shirt.
I mean, it's just it's a nice, clean-looking shirt. But they really are protecting the nest right now, the way they're playing defense.
30-19, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Jones holding control. Marquel Hardiman checking into the game, comes up for a screen. Jones almost went backcourt, but avoided it. Here he goes down the lane, kicks out for Loyal. Now he drives. He'll pull up from 2 with the shot clock winding down. And too strong on that one. It'll hit the game clock at the top of the basket. It'll be a County Line ball. A lot of heavy pressure by ACI Robins Nest. It'll be Biggins to bring it up, guarded by Dwayne Jones. Biggins around a Funchess screen, pulls up from the foul line, extended and knocks it down, and that's a much-needed bucket for County Line Auto Body.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a great job. I mean, that's what they need more of. Biggins' first shot of the game that he's made.
30 to 21, it's a 9-point lead. Jones creates space, now pulls up from 3, and that one's down for Dwayne Jones. He created some space off the high screen. He just pulled up, and the lead is back to 12.
And I don't know if it's just me who sees this because I'm normally doing play-by-play, but you're usually doing it. Do you see the palpable difference in how ACI looks on offense compared to how County Line looks?
And I think you put it really well. Nothing has come easy. So 2 subs for ACI Robins Nest. Samir Kinsler and Amari Jones check into the game. Tyreek Montgomery and Micah Kerr check out. Here's Biggins into the lane, leaves for Funches on a ball fake. He puts it up and in.
That might be the easiest shot they've gotten all night.
Funches created it with the fake as Biggins tips the inbound pass out of bounds. We'll get another sub here as Jagan Mosley will return to the game. He'll give Dwayne Jones a bit of a rest.
Ibn Loyal was standing under the basket, kind of calling plays out. I mean, we've seen him go into coach mode a few times this year, and I don't know where he was going because he just left the gym, but
White almost committed an 8-second violation, but it gets across in time. County Line starting to up the pressure on defense. Here's Mosley, floater from the foul line, short. Here is Daniels starting to speed things up for County Line, down by 10. Here's Treadwell at the free throw line, and we'll get another jump ball as him and White got tangled up once again. I'll tell you what, Jared White coming off the bench, he started a couple of games for this team. What a job he has done defensively on Josh Treadwell.
And this is he's made Treadwell work for everything, and that's the other thing you have to take into account. When you're having to work for everything, every single shot, especially in a summer basketball league, it becomes a war of attrition. And County Line's down 10 right now. How is it going to affect their defense that they're working so hard on the offensive end?
Mosley creating space, kicks out for Kinsler, leaves it down low to Amari Jones under the basket, kicks out Mosley. Top of the key, 3 straight on, can't get it to fall. Biggins will chase down the rebound and speed things up for County Line. Up to Daniels, into the corner.
And again, even though ACI doesn't get that shot to go, that's another open look that they're giving.
As Daniels gets one to go, and the foul. Putting Amari Jones in the spin cycle, and a foul on Amari Jones to cut the lead to just 8, a chance for 7, and Dwayne Jones already heading back to the scorer's table to check in.
Yeah, I mean, they're spelling his brother too.
Looks like he'll replace Amari Jones. 6:03 to play in the second quarter. 33 to 25. Daniels will have 1 free throw after the bucket and foul. And he converts on the 3-point play. It's down to 7. So Kinsler will bring the ball up. Again, County Line starting to apply some defensive pressure at half court. Kinsler into the front court. And lost the ball. It goes off his foot and out of bounds. Great timing by Ahmad Biggins to poke that ball out. And a turnover for County Line. They're starting to string together some good possessions.
It looks like they're finally starting to settle in.
Here is Treadwell looking across the line. He just barely does with White hounding him. We'll get a whistle and a foul on Jared White. I'll tell you what, he may have committed a foul, but again, making life very difficult for Josh Treadwell.
And when you have all this depth, you're afforded the luxury to be able to play more physical.
Treadwell with 34 and 10 in the first round win over OIB Ortho. He was the player of the game. Here's Simmons over to Daniels, creating space, leaves it for Funches, trying to go up and under. Got fouled on the way up. And Charles Funches will head to the stripe. We'll see who it's on. There was 3 defenders in the area. They'll get Marquel Hardiman on the foul.
And again, they're looking up in 4 foul territory, and there's a lot of basketball to be played in this second quarter. If there's a way to get yourself back into the game, it might be via the free throw. And as I say it, of course, the announcer jinx strikes again.
This is the first. Yeah, actually, that's the 5th foul on ACI Robins Nest. So 5 fouls on ACI Robins Nest. So we're not even midway through as Funches knocks down the second. Foul trouble could become, I know they have a deep bench, a bit of an issue. Here's Jones the other way, looking to create some space on Biggins. In the air, kicks out to White, but Simmons tips it out of bounds.
That's the best they've rotated defensively, too, because there's been so many open looks from 3 that ACI Robins just hasn't happened to hit, but good play by Simmons there.
Inbound goes to Kinsler. High screen from Hardiman. Into the lane. Now he'll retreat. 7 to shoot. Got to make something happen here on this possession. Now with 5, Kinsler around another screen. Rises up with a lefty floater. Misses everything. and that'll be a shot clock violation. A great defensive possession, and Daniels is fired up after that one.
I think this has been so, and I don't mean to, I'm going to go after him. It's been inconsistent refereeing again tonight. I mean, Kinsler kind of draws some contact there. They don't call it. They've called a lot on ACI Robbins Nest. It would be nice to see the game be called a little more consistently.
Jared Kimber will check back into the game. He replaces Markwell Hardiman, so big man back on the floor. Starters back in for the Nest. Sands 1.
Hardiman was struggling a little bit defensively, too. And you see the impact that Kimbrough makes right away.
Impacting that shot right away. Here's White to bring the ball up across midcourt. Long pass into the corner for Kinsler. Sets his feet. Can't knock down the three. Ja'Kai Simmons with a rebound.
They're leaving the door open.
It's down to 6. Here's Simmons into the lane. Loses control of it. Kicks out for Biggins. Fakes on a 3. Daniels will fire from the wing, and he misses it short.
I mean, they've gone completely cold. They only have 5 points in this second quarter.
And once again, Dwayne Jones speeds past the defense and knocks down a transition layup.
That's a big bucket. I mean, you only had, prior to that, they'd scored 5 points in 5 minutes. They needed some form of momentum, and there might be that.
Daniels into the lane, somehow flips it around the outstretched arm of Jared Kimbrough to knock down the 2.
Daniels a pro. You talk about microwave scorer a lot. He is one of those. He can get going in a hurry.
Here is Mosley in the lane, can't get it to fall. Funches with a tough rebound, kicks up to Treadwell.
You got to give Charles Funches some credit, too. He's consistently played good minutes all season, and it's continuing tonight.
Around a Funches screen, Treadwell into the lane, flips it up and in. And if you're Jared Kimbrough, you got to think, what else do I have to do? I playing good defense, sticking my hand up. That's 2 buckets, and it's down to 4.
That's all he's got to keep doing. Just keep playing that defense. Those shots are not going to consistently fall, but give County Line some credit. Those were 2 tough buckets in a row.
They've cut the lead to 4. Now a chance to cut it down even closer. Simmons off a screen from Funches. Tried to kick down low to a rolling Funches, and a kickball on Jared Kimbrough. So that'll bring us to the media timeout. 35-31. County Line starting to fight their way back into this one. 3:24 to play in the first half of our first semifinal game. We'll take a quick break on the other side. Final minutes of the second on the JSBL Network. We're back here after the media timeout. 3:24 to play in the second quarter. It's a 35-31 ACI Robbins Nest lead, but County Line Auto Body fighting their way back in. Can cut it to a possession. Here's Ja'Kai Simmons around a double screen. Simmons with space. He'll rise from the top of the key. Too strong on the 3. Dwayne Jones with a rebound. Kicks up ahead to Jagan Mosley. His layup is good through the contact.
I mean, that's a crazy layup by Mosley.
And it looks like Ja'Kai Simmons is hobbling on the other end. 4-on-5 for County Line on offense. They'll send a double team. Now Marcus Kennedy with his 3 fouls back into the game, guarded by Mosley and Jones. Simmons works his way back into the half court and finding a cutting Ahmad Biggins for a bucket. They played 4-on-5, but still an open look.
That's impressive. I mean, I would have thought you would have gone. Oh!
Jagan Mosley draws the contact. He flips it up and in. ACI Robbins Nest with the style points, and that is number 4 on Marcus Kennedy.
I mean, that's just, I was going to say Kennedy's got to be careful so as to not pick up that 4th foul. leans in, draws the contact, and puts up a ridiculous shot.
They're going to count the bucket as well. I wasn't sure if they were going to give him continuation.
I mean, you have to.
And it looks like Ja'Kai Simmons has just gone back to the locker room, so two major developments have forced Dan O'Neal Sr. into the game for County Line Auto Body.
He got some ovation when he checked in. And now if you're Kennedy, you have to be really careful. He is pleading his case on the bench. He has to be careful not to pick up a technical here.
So 4 fouls on Marcus Kennedy in this first half as Mosley completes the three-point play. So Simmons and Kennedy both off the floor, and the lead is now 7 for ACI Robins Nest.
Doesn't it feel like everything that could go wrong right now for County Line has?
It feels like it.
And they're only down by 7.
Here's Daniels to Funchess. Funchess backing down Mosley into the lane and gets it stripped away by Kimbrough. Another turnover by ACI Robins Nest. They want to run into the half court. Mosley gives to Jones. Back to Mosley with Funchess on him. He'll just rise up for a deep three, and that one's short. Kimbrough tried to fly in for the rebound. A lot of contact and no whistle. Here's Daniels the other way. Through a crowd, we're going to get a whistle. No shot, but who's the foul on? Still waiting to see who the foul's on. They're going to get Jared White. There was a lot of contact down there.
From every angle, it felt like.
Yeah, Jared Kimbrough trying to plead his case that he got clotheslined while attempting to go for the rebound. Jared White will get whistled for the foul. What a last few minutes of play here in the JSBL playoffs as we near the 2-minute mark in the first half.
It's just turning into football, and it's funny because Mariani's not even here.
That's the football player.
But I mean, every time, every offensive possession for both teams.
So 2 free throws for Leon Daniels.
As the great Clyde Frazier might say, there's a lot of hacking and whacking going on for both of these teams.
You could definitely say that again, as Jagan Mosley will try to mop up the wet spot with some help from Josh Treadwell. It feels like we can finally take a breath here as well. Oh my goodness. So if you're just joining us, Dan O'Neal Sr. making his second appearance of the season for County Line Auto Body with Marcus Kennedy on the bench with 4 fouls, and Ja'Kai Simmons left the game with what looked like a lower leg injury. He's back on the bench now. And 2 free throws for Leon Daniels after he drew a foul in transition. Daniels hits the first, and it's down to a 6-point game. Back to 2 possessions. So 1 more for Daniels. Hits both.
And like we said, everything could go wrong. They're only down 5.
Now 8 as Jared White knocks down a big 3. His first of the night. It's right back up to 8. Under 2 minutes to play. ACI Robins Nest trying to end the half strong as Biggins will kick up to O'Neal. Over to Daniels, driving into the lane, steps through, leaves off for Funchess. Reverse layup is good.
That's their best offensive possession, and they finally got an open look.
ACI Robins Nest speeding it up. Kinsler looking for his third 3. He got it, and a foul! Samir Kinsler making his mark in the postseason, and a huge 3 to cut the lead, or push the lead back up to 6.
I mean, that is just good. I mean, that's a good sign. Simmons is checking back in, but Dan O'Neal Sr.
will check out.
Trying to make a play, and Kinsler gets a good shot up, and then
I'll tell you what, Kinsler moves forward on his jumper as well, so you really have to look out for that on the contest.
And I mean, that's an impossible guard for Dan O'Neal Sr., who was maybe 15 years ago. That's a worthy guard for Dan O'Neal Sr., but not now.
Championship-winning big man back in the day in the JSBL. Here's Daniels, leaves for Simmons, back into the game, got stripped in midair, and it looks like Kimbrough took a shot to the face. Simmons finishes in the lane. Under 90 seconds to play.
Oh my goodness, I mean, this is just...
Kimbrough's still down, and it looks like ACI Robins Nest will call a timeout to regroup here with the lead down to 7.
Over under 2.5 punches thrown in this game.
I'll take the under on punches. I would take the over on potential technical fouls. So we'll take a timeout. Minute 19 to play. 46-39 lead for ACI Robins Nest. Actually, no, we'll keep it here for the last minute 19. I feel like you need to feel the environment in the building right now. What a game this has been.
I'm not saying it. I just think the way it's trending right now is just every single time on the floor, it's like these two teams are mauling each other. It's like wrestling. So I think at some point, something's going to have to give. And I don't want it to say it's that these guys are going to end up punching each other, but these two teams don't like each other already going into it. And now you add the fact that, I mean, there was some beef with Kimbrough and them earlier in the year, where Kimbrough dropped one of the funniest lines of the year. So I just think that
Dave's announcing the honorees.
First team, I was
on
like, what's
these two
going on?
teams. Yeah.
But I mean, there's going to be words exchanged. There's going to be pleasantries. There's going to be maybe a couple pushes and shoves. The refs are got to find a way to get this under control because the physicality is kind of taking over this game right now.
It was an intense game when these two teams faced off a couple of weeks ago. It's a 109-104 County Line Auto Body victory.
And now you talk about the intensity the first time around. Now you add the fact that both of these teams are playing for a spot in the championship tomorrow night. It gets even more ratcheted up.
Here's Mosley to bring the ball up. Under a minute 15 to play. Jones fires across court. Jared White looking for another three. That one too strong. Daniels skies for the rebound. Turning on the velocity here. Fires down low to Ja'Kai Simmons. On the block, backing down Dwayne Jones. We're going to get a whistle and an offensive foul on Ja'Kai Simmons.
That's number 2 on Simmons.
And because it was a player control foul, an offensive foul, it will not result in free throws for ACI Robins Nest. But that does put them in the bonus for the final minute of this first half. Both teams in the bonus.
By the way, you got to give a lot of credit to how ACI's navigate. They were in the bonus at 5:30.
Yeah.
Speaking of fouls, and they've really done a good job keeping themselves and playing better defense throughout that time period.
Two-man game between Kimbrough and Jones. Kicks out to Mosley. He'll drive baseline, rise up with a floater, and the soft touch from Jagan Mosley pushes the lead back to 9 with 45 seconds to play.
Mosley starting to finally get more involved offensively. I called for it earlier in that quarter, and now he's doing it, and it's leading to some good success.
As a kick ball on Mosley, he was defending against Daniels. It goes as he was looking for Simmons out of bounds. 34.4 on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Daniels to inbound with Jones on him. He'll give it to Funchess. Back to Daniels. 11 to shoot. Around a screen from Funchess. Daniels into the lane against Kimbrough. Goes up. A lot of contact without a whistle. Rebound goes out of bounds off the hand of Kimbrough. 5 to shoot for County Line Auto Body.
I wonder if they're going to learn their lesson to stop driving at Kimbrough, by the way. I mean, every time they've gone at him, it's not worked out. They have to find a different way to score.
Risky contest as well with those two fouls. Inbound goes to Simmons. In midair, he can't get it to fall. Dwayne Jones with a rebound. Shot clock is off, so ACI can hold for one. Kimbrough will give to Mosley. Around the horn to Kinsler. He'll just fire a three. He missed it. Simmons with a rebound. Still a 9-point game, 9 seconds to play. Here's Treadwell the other way. He'll rise for a three-pointer, and he got it.
That's huge.
3 seconds to play. Long inbound. Here's Mosley. Half-court heave at the horn. Won't go. And a tremendous first half has come to a close. ACI Robins Nest, the defending champion and 4 seed, with a 48-42 lead over the top seed, unbeaten County Line Auto Body.
By the way, and this is kind of the big talking point, as good as ACI plays, how huge was that three that Treadwell hit going into the break? He hadn't hit a three all night. He hits a big one, and the difference between a 9-point game at half and a 6-point game at half is palpable.
2-possession game after a half. The second half sure to be as good as the first. We'll take a break, 5 minutes for halftime. When we come back, the second half between ACI Robins Nest and County Line Auto Body to come here on the JSBL Network. We welcome you back here to Manasquan High School. Second half of the first leg of our JSBL semifinal doubleheader is through a half. ACI Robinson's the defending champion, 4 seed, up 48-42 on the top seed and unbeaten County Line Auto Body. His top scoring leaders, 13 points for Samir Kinsler for ACI Robinson's. Dwayne Jones with 12 and 5. 14 points, Leon Daniels leads all scorers. He's here with the ball now. Kicks out for Ahmad Biggins, over to Josh Treadwell.
They need him to get going in the second half if they want to come back and win this game. But again, you're now in a position where you have to go against the mob, the Nest mob, and it didn't matter there.
No, it did not. 2 straight threes for Josh Treadwell, and he cuts the lead to just 3. 1 possession game in the opening minute of the second half. Here's Dwayne Jones the other way. Creating space, kicks out for Jagan Mosley. Back to Jones.
The other big question I have going into the second half is how is Marcus Kennedy going to factor in?
Kimbrough, the hook, he couldn't get it to fall. Got his own rebound, a second try, the hook is good.
He got the rebound let me rephrase it. He got the rebound and the entire team was there just standing watching him do it.
Here is Daniels the other way. Goes with the fake pass. Layup is off the mark, too strong. Ibn Loya with the rebound. Here he goes to speed it up. Ball squirts out to Samir Kinsler. We're going to get a whistle and a kick ball on County Line. So a minute into the second half. It's 50-45. ACI Robinson's still in the lead. Starters back in the game for both teams. Kimbrough will take the inbound. Kinsler off the screen, on the wing, guarded by Simmons. Now an entry pass to Loyal with Daniels on him. Goes baseline, goes with a spin up and under the basket, blocked by Daniels, and he hauls in the rebound.
Again, this is good. County Line's played much better defense about the past 5 or so minutes. Going back to the 5-minute mark of the second.
Here's Ahmad Biggins in the corner. Gives to Charles Funchess. They'll go to handoff with Biggins. Around a screen, Biggins step back triple to cut it to a possession, and he does. County Line back within 2, and 2 threes have started this quarter.
And again, it's because they're getting open looks on the floor. ACI slower rotations right now. They started the game so hot in terms of how they were playing defensively. Now they're struggling a little bit.
Kinsler a fall away instead, kicks midair to Kimbrough. He finishes through the contact.
He's just been so good tonight. We talked about how Kimbrough didn't look like himself the other night. He's been the best player on the floor for the Nest tonight.
He took over in that first round game, helped propel them to the finish line over WCT.
And he's kept it going in this one.
Here's Daniels over to Treadwell, guarded by Mosley, with 9 to shoot. Treadwell in the isolation, kicks to Simmons, fakes on a 3 to shoot. Simmons from the elbow, lofts it up, can't get the roll. Rebound is almost out of bounds. Saved by Kinsler into the hands of Kimbrough. Collision in the backcourt. Here's Kinsler with a head of steam. Drives in, kicks out. Loyal, wide open 3-pointer is down. And it's back to a double-digit lead for ACI Robbins Nest. All right, check that. It's down to 7. I looked at the scoreboard a little bit too late. It's 55-48, 2.5 in to the third quarter. Here's Daniels the other way. Off a Funchess screen, tried to get it to him. Ball ricochets all the way back out to Daniels. Biggins on the perimeter with 9 to shoot. Into the lane, draws a foul. Couldn't get the floater to fall. First foul in the quarter on ACI Robbins Nest. We'll see who it's on. It looks like they got Kinsler.
That's on Kinsler.
Only 2 on Kinsler. So again, foul trouble. Marcus Kennedy with 4. 2 apiece on ACI Robbins Nest. Kimbrough, Jones, Kerr, and White. So no individual foul trouble. So Biggins at the line for 2. 9 points, 3 rebounds in this game. He's played almost every second. Came out for 22 seconds to be exact as he hits the first free throw. That 3 a couple of possessions ago was his first of the game. So 1 more for Biggins. And he hits both. So down to 5 once again.
Really, the way ACI's looked in transition tonight is the biggest concern for County Line.
As Loyal steps into another corner 3, and the lead is up to 8.
Just feels like every time County Line's able to cut into the lead, ACI fires back with a run.
Poked away by Jones. He's alone in transition. He'll lay it up with one hand as it looks like Daniels collided with Funchess, trying to set him a screen. It's back to double digits. You can see the energy on the ACI sideline. Here's Kinsler guarding Biggins.
The crowd's kind of gotten them back into that mode defensively.
Here's Treadwell. He'll step back for a long 2. That one off the mark. Kinsler with the rebound. Jones accelerating into the front court. Kicks out. Mosley, another three. Opposite corner is down. It's a barrage of threes for ACI Robins Nest. The lead is back up to 13.
You got to call timeout here if you're County Line. Everything is going the way of ACI Robins Nest.
You can see the intensity on Dwayne Jones' face as he's guarding the other way. Simmons off a screen. He'll rise up for another long two, and that one is too strong, but a long rebound goes out to Funchess. Daniels, much needed three, won't go. Rebound goes over to Kimbrough. Fires a pass up to Loyal. Loyal with a heat check three. That one off the mark, too strong. Daniels with the rebound in a crowd. Here comes County Line the other way, but Mosley out of nowhere pokes it away. Tried to fire to Kimbrough, wasn't ready for it. Now a long pass ahead over to Simmons to Treadwell, and the layup is good. Oh my goodness.
We got to call. I mean, this is insane. Just the energy, both back and forth. Fight for fight, punch for punch. This is incredible.
5.5 to play in the third quarter. It's 63-52 ACI Robins Nest. Kinsler controlling. He'll slow it down over to Kimbrough. Back to Kinsler. He's been the hot hand from the outside. He'll step back. Thought about another three-pointer with 7. Tried to fire it over. Good defense by Funchess to poke it away. It's a 2-on-1 break. Treadwell wide open three. Got it.
And that's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to make sure that that run that ACI was going to go on wasn't an extended one, and they've done a good job getting the last 5 points.
Kinsler goes up and under, couldn't get the English. Rebound for Loyal, stripped away by the smallest guy on the floor in Biggins. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Loyal. And mercifully, after multiple minutes of high intensity, high frequency, high energy play, we head to immediate timeout. It's 63-55 ACI Robins Nest. We'll take it with them. Final 4 minutes and 55 seconds of the third quarter to come here on the JSBL Network. Alec Krauthimmel back here with you with Dan Yuzerski. Media timeout, 4:55 to play in the third, 63-55. ACI Robins Nest leads. Low County Line Auto Body trying to cut back into the deficit. Marquel Hardiman checks in, as does Marcus Kennedy, as he couldn't get a dunk to fall, but a foul called.
If you're Kennedy, I mean, you come here expecting to play big minutes up until this point.
He's played 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
And he's got 4 fouls.
Yeah. A foul a minute for Kennedy, the all JSBL first teamer, and he'll head to the foul line for 2 shots.
And yeah, I think the biggest thing that this game was going to come down to how each team won the non-big minutes. Well, if you're County Line, I would consider this entire game has basically been non-Marcus Kennedy minutes, and yet they're still right there.
So he knocks down both free throws. He's got 4 points, all from the stripe. It's down to a 2-possession game. 63-57. Kimbrough on the bench for ACI. Here's Jones into the lane, scoops it up, and a foul. Dwayne Jones with the acceleration and has a chance for a 3-point play.
And Luke DeVito, who plays for Larson Ford, who's being a D1 LARPer right now, is going crazy.
So Jones will shoot one with 4.5 to play in the third. The lead is back to 8.
But again, with Jones, his acceleration is just what makes him so special, and he's so quick. That burst of speed really allows him to gain the positional advantage on the guys that are guarding him. As we have another foul here.
I think they'll get Hardiman on the foul. He switched back to his strong hand as well in midair. So I believe they'll get Hardiman. They will. That's 2 on Hardiman, 3 on ACI Robbins Nest in the quarter with 4:25 to play. Treadwell on the inbound. White on him, pokes it away, picked up by Loyal, up ahead to White. He lays it in with one hand and another turnover into points for ACI. The lead back to double digits. Biggins the other way. Finds Kennedy down low. Physical in the post, can't finish. Rebound, he almost got it, and it looks like we'll get a foul on ACI once again. They'll get Jones on the foul. That'll be his third.
I think they get White, not Jones.
Yeah, you're right. They will get, yes, you're right, they will get Jared White. So 3 on White, but definitely a relief that Jones didn't pick up his third, as Ibn Loyal still trying to plead his team's case. I believe they were looking for a travel. So for the third time tonight, Marcus Kennedy will head to the stripe. He knocks down the first, as Charles Funchess is set to check back into the game for Ahmad Biggins. 68-58. This has been a whale of a first semifinal, and make sure you don't go anywhere for the second one. Seaview Jeep and Stearns Trailer, the third and second seed, respectively. I already see Colin Cavanaugh, Emmett Hall, and Josh Cohen in the building for Seaview Jeep. Parker Dortch in the building, as well as Jalen Gaffney for Stearns Trailer. So Kennedy knocks down both. 68-59. Here's Mosley the other way, as he fires back to Jones, right back to Mosley. He'll isolate with Funchess on him. Crossover, step back three. That one around the rim and out, as Kennedy flies in for the rebound. Down to 9. Daniels will bring it up. Dribble handoff for Ja'Kai Simmons, who's back in the game, or he has been in the game for the whole third quarter. He'll slow it down with 3:38 on the clock. He finds Kennedy with Markwell Hardiman on him, directing traffic in the post. Fires out to Daniels. 6 to shoot, thought about a 3. Instead, he'll drive in, and the layup is good, and a foul. Hardiman came over to close out late, and that will force Jared Kimbrough back into the game. It'll also put County Line Auto Body in the bonus.
They're bullying McCarroll, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Since Kimbrough's been out of the game, they've gone right at Markwell Hardiman. It's a great success.
So a couple of substitutions here for ACI Robbins Nest.
We got some words being exchanged between White and Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy not afraid to mix it up down there. And White definitely, I would say, counts as a bit of an agitator on the defensive end. He has been excellent on that end of the floor.
This game is going to get just chippier and chippier from here on out.
68-61, and Leon Daniels trying to cut into that deficit a little bit further with one shot at the foul line. 3:28 on the game clock. And Daniels finishes off the three-point play. So we're back to a two-possession game once again. Here is Jones to bring it up. County Line looking for another stop to cut it to a one-possession game. Jones off a screen, he'll retreat. Now over to Loyal. Steps into another 3. That one just off the mark. Treadwell with the rebound. Montgomery back into the game as well. He replaced Samir Kinsler, providing tough defense on Treadwell as he works his way into the front court. Around a screen from Kennedy. Too much space for Treadwell, and he makes the defense pay. 68-65. One possession game once again with under 3 to play in the third. And it picked off by Daniels. Daniels fakes on a 3, gives back to Simmons. Treadwell for the tie. It's down. Woo. Defense into offense, our County Line, and we're knotted up with under 3 to play in the third.
This is an 11-0 run for County Line where it looked like everything was going ACI's way.
Here is Loyal into the lane. Good defense by Kennedy. Gets his own rebound. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Kimbrough. Goes up, got it.
And look at the coach. Look at the coach for ACI Robbins Nest. I have no idea who it is, but yet he's getting down the floor and amped up.
They were looking for that 5th foul on Kennedy. Here's Treadwell the other way. It's 70-68. Treadwell in the isolation. 2 defenders come over. Jones on him. Treadwell gives back to Kennedy, and we get a whistle, and it's going the other way.
Funchess pushed Montgomery, and you can't do that.
Just the 2nd foul of the quarter on County Line Auto Body. It's 70-68. ACI Robbins Nest still in the lead, as Samir Kinsler will check back into the game for Jared White. 2:06 on the game clock.
This is what you call Detroit Pistons, Chicago Bulls style basketball.
Playoff intensity. Here's Kinsler.
That's why all the old heads are here tonight.
Trying to free up space down low. Kimbrough with the posterization on the one-handed slam on Josh Treadwell. Loyal celebrating after the dunk. Full court pressure applied by ACI Robbins Nest. It's back to a 4-point game.
I hope you can go with your inner Tom Hamilton tonight.
I will say it's the anniversary of the infamous incident. Here's Kennedy the other way. He converts. And he's got something to say to the sixth man. Back-to-back dunks by the big man, and it's back to a 2-point game.
This is getting fun.
Montgomery up to Kimbrough to get across the midcourt line. Kimbrough into the lane, gives off for Loyal. Back up to Montgomery. Minute 15 on the clock as Kinsler will slow it down back to Dwayne Jones. He's got Kennedy on him, isolating up the wing. Fires over to Kinsler, steps into another three. That one's good. Samir Kinsler with a big three to push the lead back to 5 with a minute left in the third.
And you have Liam Byrne over there in the corner doing some of those finger motions.
Treadwell gets blocked on the other end. Ball goes out of bounds. It's ACI Robbins Nest possession. How about the defense by both of these teams? It's 75-70, and we get a whistle, and a technical foul has been called.
I think it's going to go on Montgomery.
We'll see who it's on. We didn't really get numbers.
Gary ball.
And it will be a shot for Simmons. I thought they might have gone with a double technical, but it's going to be on Montgomery and a shot for Simmons.
I don't know.
We don't know what was said is the thing.
But it didn't look like he was saying much. He was just saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. You were seeing him from the corner. I think that's a little much, but I also think that they are very petrified that this is going to turn into street fighting.
Here's Kinsler on a long pass up. Montgomery with 45 seconds on the game clock. It's 75-71. Kinsler with Simmons on him. Gets downhill, now retreats, 10 to shoot. Kinsler into the lane, puts it up and in. How about Samir Kinsler getting it done on the interior?
I mean,
and he almost steals away the inbound pass. Ball sails out of bounds. And it will remain county line ball. They went with a long inbound up to Funchess.
What's so crazy about this is that county line about 2 minutes ago was coming off an 11-0 run. Now they're down 6.
77-71. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Daniels with a pull-up 2. Around the rim, it won't fall. And they're going to get number 5 on Kennedy. Marcus Kennedy gets his 5th foul, and that will send the ball the other way. Kimbrough was trying to get after it on the boards. I believe this is free throws for Kimbrough. I thought it was, no, it's not. It was just the first in the last 2 minutes.
Kennedy's trying to plead his case. He's got to be careful. If he picks up a technical, he's gone.
Ahmad Biggins will check back in for him. And yeah, there should not be free throws as it was the first foul in the last 2 minutes. It'll be instead a side out for ACI Robbins Nest. The shot clock is off. It's 77-71, 19.6 on the game clock. ACI trying to extend their 6-point lead.
Kennedy's gone.
Did they just eject Marcus Kennedy? I didn't hear anything about it, but he's taking his jersey off. So huge development. Marcus Kennedy appears to be done for the night. Jared Kimbrell will hold for one, 77-71. Crossing over on Funchess in the lane, leaves for Montgomery.
Could that have been 6 on Kennedy?
I don't know. I didn't think so. As Montgomery, a wild fall away. 2 is good.
That's insane.
And that is how the third quarter will come to an end. 79-71, ACI Robbins Nest, the 4 seed. They got the top seed on the ropes. So through 3 quarters of play, we'll take a quick break. 8-point lead for ACI Robbins Nest, looking to make it to their 2nd consecutive final. We'll take a quick break. 4th quarter coming up on the JSBL Network. We're back here in Manasquan, Alec Krathimel, Dan Yuzurski. Final 10 minutes in the first semifinal in the JSBL playoffs. 79-71, ACI Robins Nest, the defending champion, and Marcus Kennedy appears to have left the building. I don't believe he was ejected as Tyreek Montgomery misses a floater in the lane. Jared Kimbrough with the offensive rebound. He puts it back up and in. We're back to double digits, and Kennedy only had 5 fouls, but he left the building. He got frustrated with some of the calls he was getting. I guess I can't blame him. I mean, he leaves after 9 minutes of play.
Add it to the list of guys that Gary's made quit.
Ahmad Biggins finishes on the other way, and it's going to be uphill battle here for County Line Auto Body, the undefeated #1 seed, as Kimbrough will retreat in the half court, trying to create some space, and an offensive foul as he created space, too much space, against Ahmad Biggins.
Biggins has no hesitation to just go completely flying.
He is one of the more tenacious defenders in the league, and now there's some words being exchanged between Daniels and Kimbrough. It looks like Kimbrough is trying to keep the peace, or maybe not. We get double technicals now, and this game is really starting to heat up in terms of the chippiness. Kimbrough and Daniels both get technicals, so no free throws, but these two players now are a technical away from being ejected.
And Daniels has already been ejected from a game.
He missed the first round win
because of that
over OIB Ortho. Yeah, he had a 1-game suspension. So an offensive foul on Kimbrough and then a double technical. I don't believe the technicals count towards the personal fouls we've learned throughout the year. So no worry there.
Does that count in the NBA?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. So 3 fouls on Kimbrough. (81-73) lead for ACI Robins Nest as the floor being mopped up. County Line Auto Body in danger of taking their first loss in franchise history in the playoffs if they can't rally from this 8-point deficit, and they are now down Marcus Kennedy the rest of the way as he has left the gym. We were wondering what was going on because it didn't seem like he picked up a technical foul. He did pick up his 5th foul. We were wondering if it was in fact his 6th, but it wasn't. He has left. So here comes Biggins the other way.
I don't really know what that kind of left me speechless.
Yeah. Imagine how I have to finish this one off. Here's Treadwell into the lane and finishes through contact.
Where would they be without him tonight? I know he got off to a slow start, but he's kind of carried the torch for them since the start of the second quarter, and they're only down by 6 because of how good he's been.
He is really heated up in terms of his shot making. As Kinsler will slow it down, 8:52 to play in the fourth. Still a lot of time left for a 6-point lead. Bounce pass down low to Kimbrough. Got stripped, but it finds the hands of Ibn Loyal, and he finishes on the reverse layup. The lead back to 8. Here comes Biggins the other way, guarded by Kinsler. High screen from Funchess. Into the lane, he finds Funchess down low. He goes up and got it to go, and the foul. How about Funchess, the control? He lost the ball in midair, got fouled, and put it right back up and in. and the lead back down to 6.
And boy, do they need him down the stretch.
They get the foul on Kinsler.
Blake Hamilton in the building, and an all-55 team for JSBL.
Wow.
He was you before you.
Really? That's funny. So here's Kinsler the other way, isolating on Biggins. Tough defense, kicks out to Mosley. Around the horn to Loyal in the corner. He'll back it out, 10 to shoot. Biggins comes over to help. Now Loyal drives in, kicks to Kimbrough. Got to put up a shot. Fall away two, I believe was blocked by Funchess, and a rebound by Biggins. It's a 5-point game. Simmons on a 3. That one's short, but Funchess right there for the rebound. Funchess goes right back up with it. It's good, and we're down to a 1-possession game.
What a move by Funchess. He first gets Kimbrough in the air, and then able to put a tough shot up over Kimbrough and in.
Here's Kinsler.
County Line's gotten it to this point, but they've yet to take the lead.
Kinsler on the baseline, tightrope, wraparound pass to Mosley. The 3 is short. Chance to tie for County Line. Here is Simmons into the lane, was looking for Treadwell, and it went off his hand last. The deflection by Loyal created the turnover as it ricocheted off of Loyal first and then off the hand of Treadwell. And another stop for ACI. Here's Mosley into the lane, draws a foul. They'll say on the floor.
Cool.
They'll get Funchess on the whistle. Charles Funches with his second foul. Second on the team, or first on the team in the quarter, I should say. So here's Dwayne Jones. Early in the shot clock, high screen from Kimbrough. Tough defense from Leon Daniels. A second screen, a lot of contact, but legal. As Dwayne Jones just chucks it off the top of the backboard on a wayward pass. Daniels kicks out to Biggins for the tie. It's down! Against all odds, County Line Auto Body has tied this one up, and ACI Robbins Nest needs to talk it over. They're down Marcus Kennedy, their first team All-JSBL big man. They're down some reinforcements tonight, but once again, they are fighting, and they have tied this game with 7 minutes to play.
And it's funny, Kennedy leaving might have lit a fire under them.
It may have.
Because the way they've kind of closed out these last 2 or so minutes, they've gotten it back to, I mean, it was an 8-point game going in the fourth quarter, but yet they just continue to claw back, and they continue to claw back. It's really been impressive.
A 12-4 run to open the quarter in the 3 minutes so far for County Line Auto Body, and we know they are not going to go down without a fight. The league's top seed, undefeated. Again, they are known for their connection on the floor, their ability to play together, their defense, their ball movement. A lot of the similar, I guess you could say, a lot of the similar characteristics that this ACI Robbins Nest team has.
And that's why people love them. I mean, these two teams are so evenly matched because they play the exact same way. And it's produced a thriller tonight.
So to break the timeout, 7:05 to play, 83 all. Starters remain on the floor for ACI Robbins Nest. And the 5 on the floor for County Line Auto Body, the 2 Dan O'Neills, junior and senior, on the bench, and the 5 for County Line will be Biggins, Simmons, Daniels, Treadwell, and Funches.
Do you consider giving O'Neil O'Neil Jr. a little bit of runway here? He's played some good minutes tonight.
I guess we'll see if any of these guys need a break. He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter as Jones will bring the ball up around the half-court line. Loyal giving some help, 12 to shoot. High screen from Loyal, entry pass down low to Kimbrough, hands back to Jones. 3 for the lead is short. Simmons hauls in the rebound.
County Line's yet to lead tonight. There's yet to be a lead change. Can they finally do it? Can they finally take the lead in this one?
We're tied for the second time. Here is Treadwell into the lane, kicks out for Biggins. 3 for the lead is too strong. Rebound is tapped out to Mosley. A transition opportunity, one-on-one. He got stripped on the way up by Treadwell. How about the hands by Josh Treadwell to strip that ball out without committing the foul?
That's a great recovery by Treadwell. But talk about just trying to save a rebound. It sets up an easy offensive play, and here we go.
Kimbrough knocks down a 3, and ACI is back in front.
They're still got to wait to take this lead, and Kimbrough has not made as many threes this year, but when he needs to make a big one, he will.
Here's Biggins into the lane, leaves for Treadwell. Another JSBL honoree this year. Treadwell turnaround, finds Funches down low, got blocked. They'll get Kimbrough on a foul, and that is his 4th.
That's close, but you know, these two teams have been so physical tonight that they've been more inclined to call some fouls, and Kimbrough might have not made as much contact as some of these other plays, but because of the previous 34 minutes or so, they called it.
86-83, Funches will try to cut it to a 1-point game. Funches has been really impressive in place of Marcus Kennedy in this game.
They've really needed everything that they've gotten out of Funches, and if they move on, they're going to need everything and more tomorrow as well.
Again, the winner of this game plays the winner of Stearns Trailer and Seaview Jeep. That game coming up not too long after this one as he misses the second one.
It's a blockbuster matchup in game 2 as well.
Samir Kinsler with the rebound. He'll give to Loyal to bring the ball up. Kimbrough to Jones on a handoff. High screen now. County Line, aggressive defense. Jones into the lane, tries to go up, misses it. Great defense from Funches, but Kimbrough right there for the follow.
I mean, he's always in the right place at the right time. He's so good at rebounding, Kimbrough that is, and once again, ACI just feels like they've had an answer to everything County Line's thrown at them.
Biggins off a screen, leaves for Treadwell. Into the lane, Euro step, leaves for Funches. A little bit of a miscommunication there as it flies out of bounds.
And you wonder, you have to keep it within 4 if you're County Line, because you probably don't have another one of these big runs in you.
5:20 to play, 88-84. Here's Jones. Wrap around pass to Mosley. Long three-pointer is good. The momentum is back the way of ACI Robins Nest. It's up to a 7-point lead as we near the midway point of the fourth.
And this is what they've done all night. It's been a game of runs, but it hasn't been a game of runs where they've tried to erase leads. It's been them building them.
And Jones with a steal. Up ahead to Kinsler. Finishes in the lane. It's good. We are back up to a 9-point game. ACI Robins Nest has turned defense into offense, and County Line needs to talk some things over.
I mean, just great. Just absolutely great from ACI Robins as the defending champs. I talked about in the Shore Sports Insider article how their experience was going to lead them to a win tonight. And it's 93-84, and they're on the doorstep with 4:49 to play.
A 10-1 run for ACI Robins Nest. We'll take a quick break. Final 4:49 to play. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a good one here on the JSBL Network. Four minutes and 49 seconds remain in one of these two teams' JSBL seasons. We'll see if the defending champs can keep their claim for the throne alive, or if County Line Auto, the upstart first-year franchise, can keep the good times rolling. It's 93-84. County Line on offense. Here's Ja'Kai Simmons. Leaves for Charles Funches down low. A spin move. Missed it, and it's the hook shot. Dwayne Jones with a rebound. Turning on the Jets. Goes up with the left, and it's up to an 11-point game.
What a move by Jones. Just using that acceleration and then the mid-air acrobatics.
95-84. Here's Leon Daniels. 4:20 to play. In the isolation, Jones, the intensity. Daniels needs some help. Rises up. That one won't go. In and out. Simmons with a rebound. He'll fall away for two, and he got it.
But again, this is the exact situation you didn't want happening if you were County Line. Having to go against the Nest, down big in the fourth quarter, and with desperation on the mind.
Here's Samir Kinsler driving into the lane. Up against Simmons. He's rejected. Ja'Kai Simmons, what a block with the long wingspan. Here's Treadwell, hounded by Ibn Loyal. Into the lane, he goes up, he missed it, but he got fouled.
That is a superb defensive play by Ja'Kai Simmons, and maybe one that could save their championship hopes.
So Josh Treadwell will go to the stripe. He had 23 points through 3 quarters of play. 2 shots for Treadwell. Knocks down the first. 3:44 on the game clock. It's 95-87. The 1 seed on the ropes right now in the final minutes as Jared White will check back into the game.
Who's he in? Are they gonna sub out Dwayne Jones here?
No, it's Loyal coming out. I'm not really sure why, as he walked over, I believe, to the
trainer's table.
Yeah, I think he
maybe a nosebleed or something.
Yeah, he might have taken a shot to the face. So White will check in, Loyal out, and Treadwell will still have 1 shot remaining, as Loyal will get looked at by the trainers. Trying to cut it back to a 7-point game. And Treadwell just misses. It was halfway down. He's had a few of those tonight. ACI will slow it down with under 4 to play. Mosley into the front court. Now he'll isolate way outside, crosses over, driving into the lane, creating space. A floater is good. How about the craftiness from Jagan Mosley to push it back to double digits?
It's like he gets better every time he has to make a tough shot.
And Treadwell dribbles it off his foot. It's another turnover, and ACI Robins Nest will get another possession. 3:22 on the clock.
This is where you're in big trouble right now if you're counting on ACI Robins Nest could get a big bucket here.
Oh! Oh my goodness, Jared Kimbrough takes another.
He did it the other night in that game against WCT. He does it again here.
We just watched a man fly, and it's an illegal screen going the other way. Oh my goodness, what a run by ACI Robins Nest.
And they are most certainly protecting the nest right now. Wet spot on the floor.
Yeah, we need to slow things down here. It's a 99-87, 2:58 on the game clock, and the momentum is pointed straight the direction of ACI Robins Nest. The Nest is certainly being protected through the first 37 minutes of this game. But they need to finish all 40. They'll have the possession now. Loyal, it looks like, is back to the bench. Kinsler to inbound, he finds Jones. Back to Kinsler with the tough defense from Biggins.
They could put it away. They could put it away here with a three.
Cross-court pass to Jones. County line getting a little bit more aggressive. Flips it over to Mosley. Mosley will slow things down with 10 to shoot. Turning the corner. Got his pocket picked by Biggins and picked up by Treadwell. A turnover the other way for County line. Treadwell into the half court, driving in, got stripped. We'll see who it's off of. They'll say deflecting off of Jared White last. It'll remain County line ball, and Ibn Loyal will check back into the game. He'll replace Jagan Mosley, who's limping a little bit, heading back to the bench.
Really, just what a game between both of these two teams.
Mosley favoring that right leg, it looks like. But yeah, this has been an unbelievable first game of our semifinals. Here's Simmons off the inbound. They need this three. It's short. Kinsler with a rebound all alone, and he'll slow things down. 2.5 to play. And he draws a foul on Biggins. Only the second foul in the quarter on County Line Auto Body, and still 2:21 left. Third on Biggins. White to inbound, he finds Jones. Fake the swing over, and he'll take some time off.
Trying to play some zone here, it looks like.
Over to Kimbrough, 9 to shoot. Kimbrough turning the corner, and he draws another foul. That'll be 3. So 2:11 left, 3 fouls on County Line Auto Body, and it'll be fresh 14 on the shot clock with a chance to take some more time off. White to inbound. He finds Jones. Slowing things down with 10 to shoot. Dwayne Jones, the floor general for this ACI Robins Nest team, and the leader. Looking to create some space. Over to Kinsler. 3 on the shot clock. Got to put one up. Kinsler, the double clutch floater. Everything is going the way of the Nest.
I mean, what an acrobatic shot by Kinsler there. He adjusted and clutched in midair and still got that one to go.
At the shot clock buzzer, it's a 14-point lead. County line the other way. A long three-pointer for Leon Daniels is off the mark. Ibn Loyal with the rebound. And ACI Robins Nest can start to feel it now. 90 seconds to play. And Kinsler will slow it down. Over to Loyal, who's wide open in the corner. He'll drive the lane. Kicks over to Jones. Three-pointer. Dagger. It's a 17-point lead, and the 1 seed in danger of falling out in the semifinals.
Well, that's the same fate they suffered last year to the exact same team. And I mentioned ACI Robins championship experience, having the 6th man in the building. That was only going to help them, and it's going to end up being the difference tonight.
Under a minute to play. Kinsler slowing things down, 10 on the shot clock. As he'll drive into the lane, kicks it out. A three-pointer. Loyal will take a couple seconds to put this one up. And that one too strong. Sold the clip there. 43 seconds left. It's a 17-point lead.
I tell you what, he might have hurt himself because he might have got a little bit extra moisture.
As the rebound to Kimbrough. 11 seconds separating shot and game clock. And ACI Robins Nest heading back to the final for the 2nd year in a row as Kimbrough will give to Jones. He'll fire from 3. The lead is 20.
I mean, this is a BTA. My goodness.
107 to 87. And with time winding down, Daniels will put up a three. It is no good. Rebound goes to Jones, of course. Dwayne Jones will haul in the rebound, and with the clock winding down, Dwayne Jones will put up a three. He misses it, and as the buzzer sounds, County Line Auto Body, the upstart team in the league, but they'll have to wait their turn for one more year as the kings of the JSBL, ACI Robins Nest, are headed back to the final for the second straight year.
They had to protect the Nest tonight, Alec, and they did just that. Excellent performance from top to bottom. Great defense, great offense. And they find themselves heading back to another championship game.
110 to 87 the final score as County Line Auto Body suffers the first loss in franchise history. ACI Robins Nest, the 4 seed, are going back to the final. We'll take a quick break. We'll get you your interview with the player of the game for ACI Robins Nest. 110 to 87 final score. We'll take a quick break. Alec Himmel back here on the JSBL. ACI Robins Nest is headed back to the finals for the second consecutive year. They take down the 1 seed and previously unbeaten County Line Auto Body 110 to 87. Here with us now, Dwayne Jones and Samir Kinsler, the players of the game. Guys, you're taking on the unbeaten. You guys had a tough loss to them. You had a lot of chances in that game. How good does it feel to get the revenge and go back to the final?
It feels amazing, I ain't gonna lie. But ever since Dwayne told me to come down here and play, all we do was like play together, have a good time, have a good team, and it shows. You feel me? Like, I love our brotherhood. It's the reason why, it's the secret sauce to us getting ahead every time. And I feel as though, with that being said, man, I love my brothers. And against anybody, when we're fully loaded with our full team, I like us against anyone.
All right, and again, guys, this was a really tough game, a slugfest throughout. You guys had to battle through a lot of this opening game, and then you guys fully took over and opened the floodgates late in the fourth. How were you able to separate your guys with a 10-1 run in that fourth quarter and eventually win it by 23?
I say it all the time. We're pros. Pros do what pros do, to be honest, you know? So we know when it's time to lock in. Like I said, our leader comes to tell us every time, hey, different gear. Second gear come on, we handle business from there.
And again, tough game throughout a lot of this first 3 quarters, but it always seemed like you had a response to whenever County Line would get a little bit of momentum, you guys would hit a 3 or get a basket or get a steal or a block to respond. I guess, Samir, you mentioned you guys are pros, and that's what pros do. How have you guys continued to answer the bell every single time over this season?
Just our togetherness. I know I get maybe a little underlooked in this league, but I feel I'm the best guard in the league. I felt that way for a long time. Just follow my lead and follow Samir's lead as well. This is why I have him down here. I've been playing with him since I was 17 years old. I'm 25 now, so we 8 years in. And And I just know if the ball in me or his hands, and a lot of credit to Jacob Mosley as well, a guy I grew up with. I like our chances versus anybody. So I knew that team was undefeated. I knew it would be some tough ups and downs, but I seen holes in that team from the jump. I knew we could beat them. I knew we could beat them bad, so I wasn't surprised with the result tonight.
Well, you guys did just that. You took over late in the fourth quarter, a 110 to 87 win. And of course, I got to ask you guys after this game, the sixth man protecting the nest, how would you rate their performance tonight?
Great tonight. They said last game they don't show up, they don't bring as much energy to the games that they feel like we should win. So they knew that game tonight was going to be super competitive, and that team talked a lot. I think I said that in the last interview. So tonight we just wanted to shut them up, man. I think we did exactly that. So.
Well, ACI Robbins Nest, the defending champion, going back to the finals. They'll play the winner of Seaview Jeep and Stearns Trailer. You guys are back in action tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys going to prepare? How you guys feel about heading into the championship?
To be honest with you, we got to just be mature. So go home, rest, ice, do whatever we have to do, go to sleep, eat right, prepare ourselves for tomorrow, and then handle business. That's what all it's about tomorrow.
That's all it is, handle business. Well, ACI Robbins Nest headed back to the final. Dwayne Jones, Samir Kinsler. Guys, thanks so much for the time tonight, and we'll see you in 24 hours.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna stay watching a little.